If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture on GATE electrical circuit series. So today we will be solving from question number 176 onwards, 5 questions. So question number 176, 177, 178, 79 and up to 80. Some of the questions we start from resonance also today. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions.
Okay, in question number 176, what they are asking, the two passive two-port network are connected in cascade as shown in the figure. The voltage source is connected at port A. Given that these are given to you, these are A1, B1, C1. This is A2, B2, C2. Normal that way. See here, I2 is in negative directions. I2 normally in two-port network, I2 take this direction, but it is in this direction. Therefore, this becomes positive, because otherwise in ABCD, I2 was negative. I told you, because I2 is generally considered in two-port network in this direction, in the reverse direction. But if you take this direction, then your ABCD parameters all will get a positive signs in all the equations. Okay, now if you know if the ABCD are in cascade form, then they can easily be found. Total ABCD can be easily found. What is total ABCD? Total ABCD is the matrix product of these two, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. And then if you take product, that will give you the total output. So what will be the total output if I take the product here? Suppose I am taking product, so this into this. So A1, A2 plus B1, C2. Similarly, if you go for this, A1, B2, B1 plus B1, D2. Similarly, C1, A2 plus D2, C2, C1, B2 plus D2 square. Sorry, D1, D2. C1, A2, then D1, C2, C1, B2, then D1, D2. So this is your final ABCD. The final ABCD is between whom? It is between V1 and I1. This is my input side, and final output is V3, I3. So this is the relation that holds between final input and final output. Now they are asking what is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit at port 3. From this side, if you look, then what will be the Thevenin's equivalent circuit? So what is the Thevenin's equivalent voltage? Your open circuit voltage. That means your V3 is 0. So if your V3 is 0, you want to find V3. What is the open circuit voltage? That means you have opened it. So I3 is 0. So if your I3 is 0, then how much voltage you are getting here? That is your V3. So if you take the equation, first equation, what will be first equation? V1, A1, A2 plus B1, C2 into V3 plus A1, B2 plus D1, B1, D2 into I3. Now because you have opened it, so no current is flowing through this. So this is 0. So what is the open circuit voltage that you are getting? That is V3. That is V1 divided by A1, A2 plus B1, C2. So this is the open circuit voltage that you are getting. That means your option A will not be the answer, C will not be the answer, either B or D, either of these two. So now you have to calculate Z. Now what is Z? Thevenin's equivalent impedance, if you want to see. So for this, I don't know what is there inside. So for that, what we can see, we just put a voltage, simple voltage. Suppose a V3 voltage source is given, and what is the current it is taking? I3. That we will see, killing all other sources. So killing all other sources means your V1 will be 0, this one will be 0. That means this is 0, and you find a relation. You give a voltage V3, and what is the current it is taking? That is V3 by I3. So if you give a voltage, current will take in opposite direction. So it is V3 by this minus I3. Because if I give a voltage source here, suppose I have connected a battery, so current will flow in this direction. So my idea is to get V3 by this current. This current is negative of this. This is V3 by minus I3. That is my Thevenin's voltage when V1 is 0. Because if you are looking, if you are giving this, killing all these sources. So now this one will be 0. You have to find V1 by minus I3. So if you do this one, I think you can easily see what will be the answer. A1, A2 plus B1, C2. And then this will be in upper side, A1, B2 plus B1, D2. So from the first equation itself it is coming. So which one will be your option out of these two? A1, B2, B1, D2, A1. So obviously D is the answer. Now if you see 177, in the given two-port network, the value of the transfer impedance Z21. Now Z21, you know which one is Z21? Z is between V is equal to IZ. So V1, V2 and then Z and then I1, I2. So if you need Z21, Z21 is the second one. That means V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So what you need? You need this one. Z21 means V2 by I1. This is my Z21. When your I2 is 0. So this one I need to calculate. V2 by I1 when I2 is 0. Okay. I2 is this current. When this current will be 0 if it is open. Now it is open now. Okay, good. Now you need V2 by I1. So you can now try with because you need to find Z. So you can calculate KVL. For KVL you will find this is your I1, this is your I2, and this is your I3. So suppose you need to calculate with this you will find the whole Z, but you don't need whole Z. If you do it this way you will get it. There is no issue. You will find it. But what you need here, you need V2 by I1. So what is this V2 voltage? This plus this. If you take KVL this way. So if I can find out the current, because no current is flowing from this side. So if you see your I1 current, what will be your I1 current? After coming here it is having two paths. One path is this, one path is this. So this current has two branches. One is this, one is this. So this branch is also 4, this branch is also 4. This is 4, this is 4. So I1 will be divided by 2. So if I am not going for KVL now, KVL will give you the whole Z, but there is no need. You can easily do with KVL. You can try with KVL, there is no issue. But if you calculate normally, this is my I1. So this one will be I1 by 2 and this one will also be I1 by 2. Because this is 4 and this is also 4. 2 plus 2, 4. And ultimately this will be your I1. So what will be your V2? This is my V2. So if you take KVL, I1 by 2, this will be plus minus, this will be plus minus. So if you take KVL, you will find this is equal to this plus this. So you can easily calculate your V2 will be equal to 2 into I1 by 2 plus this 2 into I1. So that is V2 by I1 will be equal to 3. So that is the answer. You can directly calculate, no need to calculate the whole matrix using KVL. You can try with KVL, there is no issue. You take this equation, this equation, this equation, this I3 you replace from here also, in these two, both the equations. Then you will find V1 in terms of I1, I2, V2 in terms of I1, I2. That is the requirement. V2 in terms of I1, I2, V1 in terms of, from that you can calculate Z1. But that will give you the whole Z matrix, which is not required. What is 172 port network shown in figure? The H11 parameter, where H11 is V1 by I1 and V2 is equal to 0 in ohm up to 2 decimal place. Again, what is here they have directly given. You need to find this one H11 and V2 is 0. So V2 0 means you will short it, and then you need to find the relation between V1 and I1. So they have given this V2 is equal to 0. So we have shorted this. Now once you have shorted this, so this current is fixed 2 I1. So the current will come here and 2 I1 will flow there, and some current can come this side, some current can go this side also. Okay. So what we will do, we can, for that, because of confusion whether there will be current will pass through it or not, let us take a voltage source V and then take a nodal. It will be easy for finding because only single node is there. So let us do this one. So if I take the nodal analysis, so what will be my analysis here? It will be, if I take for this node, if I am writing for this node, so V minus V1. If you have a confusion, directly you apply node, then V by 1, then again this, because this entire thing becomes your ground node now. What is your ground node? This is your ground node. These all are reference because all are same point. So it is V minus V1 by 1, this current V by 1, this current V by 1, and this current is already outgoing, so 2I1, that is equal to 0. Now what is the relation between V and VI1? V1 minus this drop is equal to V. This minus drop will be equal to this voltage, because there is a simple relation you can see. So V minus I1 into 1 is equal to V. So in place of V you can put this, because we need relation between V1 and I1. So in place of V, if I put this, so V1 minus I1 minus V1 plus V1 minus I1, that is 2, if I write 2V plus 2I1, that is equal to 0. So this will give me minus 2I1 plus 2I1 will go on. So 2V1 will be equal to I1. So you will find a relation directly between V1 and I1 is equal to half. So that is possible. So now if you have a confusion, you can apply nodal, because nodal KCL, KVL, whatever you apply. But I always prefer with nodal. because for me it gives a very strong tool, applicable anywhere and gives quick results. The following circuit shown in the figure resonates at. Now we are going to up to resonance now, in the resonance zone. So what happens in resonance? Its circuit becomes purely resistive and your reactance part becomes 0. So if you calculate because here it is already resistance, if you calculate Z plus, and here, because here it will be real, so let me calculate what is the imaginary part here. It is j omega 4 that is in parallel with minus j 1 by omega c. So c is 1, so 1 by j by omega, and then j omega 4 plus j by this branch is in parallel with, let me write it first, then I will do it. Okay, this branch is in parallel with this plus this is in parallel with this. Now we can do the parallel combination. This I am keeping separate because real is not required. I need to find the imaginary part, and then I will make the imaginary part 0, because the circuit should look like resistive. The imaginary part, there should not be any imaginary part. So if you do this one, it will be j omega 4 minus j omega by omega into minus j by omega divided by j omega 4 minus j by omega plus minus j by omega. So I think you can do it. So 10 I am not writing every time. 10 I am forgetting because I am concentrating only on this one. So if you do this one, it will be finally j, if you take common, 4 omega minus 2 by omega, and then it will be minus j by omega into j, if you take common, 4 omega minus 1 by omega. So this j you can cancel. So what is the ultimate thing you are getting? Imaginary part. The imaginary part is this one, including j. So this one should be equal to 0. So you can make this one with 0. J by omega 4 omega minus 1 by omega divided by this is equal to 0. So divide by this will go that side. So that means all this will go that. That means 4 omega is equal to 1 by omega, omega square equal to 1 by 4, or omega equal to 1 by 2. That is 0.5 radian per second. Question number 180. At resonance, the given parallel circuit constituted by an iron core coil and a capacitor behaves like. At resonance, how it will behave like? It will behave like open circuit? No. At resonance, it will behave like a resistive. Short circuit? No. It will be a pure resistor of value R, because you will calculate the total impedance. Or in case of parallel, generally we calculate admittance. That gives easy way to easy to our calculation, becomes easy. So it will be a pure resistor, but you don't know the value of R, whether it will be value of R or greater than R. So for that you need to calculate, because it is parallel, so we will be calculating admittance, because admittance will give me good easy way to do this one. In case of parallel, we always prefer admittance. So admittance you can directly add parallel. So this directly added with this. Okay. Here also you could have taken admittance. That is also, but okay, that is easy. Everything is given. You can do with admittance also, but in parallel it is preferred to go admittance. So it would be better if we go with this one with admittance. Okay, we have done it, no issue. So this is admittance, so we have done this one. Now to separate real and imaginary part, you will multiply by R minus j omega L, numerator denominator, and it will be R square omega square L square. R square omega square L square, and then j omega c. So because it is at resonance, so admittance will also have a real part. Imaginary part will be 0. Because it is at resonance, so your imaginary part will become 0. And what will be the value? Only real part will be there. So real part value will be R divided by R square plus omega square L square. This is imaginary part. J part I am considering 0 because it is at resonance. So what is your impedance now? It is R square plus omega square L square divided by R, which is R plus omega square L square divided by R. Now you can see it is obviously greater than R plus something. So a pure resistor of value much higher than R. So it will look like a resistor. From here if you see at resonance, it will look like a resistor because imaginary part will be gone, and the value of this resistance will be higher than this R, this single R. You can see this one. So for parallel, you always prefer by admittance method. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.